Hi, welcome to Easy Science. There's more fun in science. Come and join your one and only teacher Chisel, who love to tell and ask why. How are you today? I hope you're doing great because today we will learning about the common characteristics of plants. Are you excited? Alright, let's begin. Today we will talking about interesting topic. Can you tell me what can you see about this picture? Yes, you can see sunflowers, trees, algae, and grasses. So, class, what plants do you usually see at your neighborhood? Can you identify some plants in your surroundings? How about your neighborhood? Can you give some examples? Thank you, that's correct. You can see a lot of plants in your neighborhood, like mango trees, nara trees, or even garden plants. Thank you for sharing, students. So, do you know that plants have characteristics? Please be prepared as we travel to the life of plants. Are you ready? What are you waiting for? Let's start. But before that, we will have an activity. So, you need to identify what is being zoomed in the screen. Do you understand? Alright. No, that's not a bee or fly. It is sunflower. And sunflower is considered as a plant. No, that's not a soil. It is a narrow tree. And it is considered as a plant. Very good, class. Thank you for participating. So I guess we are ready to discuss our main agenda in which we will know the characteristics of plants and their classifications. So these are the characteristics of plants. So we have they need food, they grow in size, they move, they prepare to stimuli, they produce, they breathe, and they die. So let's talk about the first one. We have they need food. So plants create their own food through photosynthesis. So the second one is they grow in size. So plants grow, the other hand, continues through lifespans. For example, trees in the rainforest, they grow big and big as they can. The third one is they move. So plants varies to stimulate response to sunlight. For example, the sunflower face the sunlight and follow the direction of the sun. The fourth one is they respond to stimuli. So plants detect and respond stimuli in their environment. Whatever they cannot run, they cannot fly, or they cannot swim, as they are usually rooted to the soil. So they reproduce. So plants reproduce through budding, vegetative methods, spores, wind, or through insects. They breathe. So plants require carbon dioxide to live and oxygen through photosynthesis. So as what I said earlier class, that photosynthesis is the process of making the food for plants. Lastly, they die. So when plants die, they become food for decomposers like bacteria, fungi, and earthworms. So decomposers recycle dead plants into chemical nutrients like carbon and nitrogen that are released back into the soil, air, and water. Now, this time we will discussing about the plant's classification. So question, how are plants classified? So plants are extremely complex and diverse. There are different plant species. Some are not yet studied or discovered. In order to continue the study of plants, botanists must find a way to categorize the many different kinds of plants. So botanist is the scientist who study plants, while all plants are made up of similar parts that are essential in maintaining survival. Just like, for example, having roots and having leaves. So the differences of characteristics are used to grow plants into species, so which provide way to classify and therefore organizing plants. So there are many ways to structure plants or classify. One way is to group them into vascular and non-vascular. Plants can be also classified as grasses, herbaceous plants, woody shrubs, and trees. Okay, this time we will define what is vascular plants. So what is vascular plants? Vascular plants are a large group of terrestrial plants which have specialized tissues for conducting What are the nutrients different parts of plants? So vascular plants includes angiosperm. So what is angiosperm? Angiosperm is they grow into a big trees as well as small shrubs, bushes, and herbs, also known as flowering plants. All have seeds that are protected by oval. For example, we have mango trees, roses, jasmine, and marigold plant or flower. So in short, angiosperm is protected by oval. So what is oval? So oval is the organ that forms the seeds of flowering plant. It is born in the ovary of the flower and consists of nucleus protected by entogaments, precursors, or embryo, and endosperms and seed coat respectively. We also have the gymnosperm. So what is gymnosperm? Gymnosperm is a group of plants which is primarily even green and are native in the temperature zone. There are about zoo species, discoverable to Dale. They are vascular non-flowering plants which produce seeds without the production of flowers and fruit. For examples, we have pines, cycads, and cedar. So this time we will talk about the non-vascular plants. So what is non-vascular plants? Non-vascular plants is the plants without vascular system consisting of oxygen, phloem. Although non-vascular plants lack these particular tissues, many possess simpler tissue that have specialized function for the internal transport of water. For example, we have algae, are type of non-vascular plant. Plants can be classified into grasses. Grasses, plants that have slender leaves and reproduce by sending out underground stands called rhizomes and usually grow horizontally. We also have the herbaceous plants, those with leaves and slants that die at the end of the season. We also have trees, woody shrubs that have many thick and many branches. So, woody shrubs, plants that have stems that are covered by a layer of bark. And this is the example of plants classification. We have the plant kingdom. We have the vascular and the non-vascular. Under the vascular, we have the seed-bearing and spore-bearing. Under the seed-bearing, we have the angiosperm and the gymnosperm. And under the angiosperm, we have the grass. And the non-vascular, under the non-vascular, we have the algae. That's all. I hope you understand and learn what I've discussed today. This is Chistel Marie Jumao-as. Thank you and God bless.